Oh, hey neighbor boy, we have a show for you today. Hey there neighbors. So we're gonna show you guys the outside of our house here. So let's go ahead and get started. This may be my favorite piece right here of our little house. Okay, boys. So as you can see here, we have a nice little cassette player and a radio. It works really great. And we got this table, just sits right there. We use it all the time. We haven't used it yet, but I'm sure we'll use it at some point in time. Anyhow, that came with the RV. Came with her. It's just something I gotta show you. You know, it wouldn't be right to skip out on that part. Next is our first large compartment right here. This actually is a pretty big compartment. So, if you look down in here, we have our Power Force compact vacuum. It actually is incredibly cute, incredibly small. And it's really great for storage because it has this handle that you just pop, slide on right there, slide off that easy. So it's incredibly good with space. And then we have an empty tub, and then we have a 5-gallon bucket and a suitcase that I didn't know what else to do with. That is storage compartment number 1. Number 2, right here, has just a bunch of tools. And so we have really all the tools that I own are pretty much in here. So it's not a whole lot, but it's kind of the necessities. And got some ratchet straps, got the stuff for the car, the tow dolly when we're towing a car underneath here, and some other motorhome items there. This is our water heater compartment right there. Not a whole lot to see, but easy access, which was really nice. This, I believe, is our fridge, to get back in the fridge. And I don't remember what this is right now, but I might tell you later, put a description somewhere on the screen so you can know what that is. And then we have exhaust for when we're cooking out the, that's just our fan cooking out the range. And then along the whole thing we have this awning running along the whole thing. It is a manual awning, so it's extremely difficult to get out. We asked the people that we bought the motorhome from to show it to us, and they're a little bit older, and I don't think they'd ever done it. It was like, it looked really bad. So it didn't really look like they knew what they're doing, like you'd want if you're selling an RV. Anyhow, kind of fun. We probably won't use it a whole lot, but maybe when we're hooked up in Enumclaw we will. Coming back here is our LP propane gas system. Hey there buddy. We just filled up actually yesterday, and so we now have, you know, a full tank and are excited about that. And it was really cheap. It was a lot cheaper than I thought, so get out of here. And then going back to the very end, we have a couple of miscellaneous items. We have our hitch in here, and it actually has an outdoor shower, so if we're wanting to wash off anything out here that's real dirty before we go inside, we can do that. And it actually works, I think. Let me show you. See? It works. But we probably won't use it very often. And now it's going to drip a bunch. Which is why I have another little bucket in there. Coming around back, this is actually kind of neat that I've never seen before, but it's just got your sewer pipe right in there, and so you don't have to store it somewhere else, which is pretty convenient. And I don't use, there's 2 halves in here. I don't use this half, but the other half around here I do use, so that's what that is right there. Got a ladder, obviously, to get on the roof if you need to. And then back here we have our fuel, which is unleaded fuel. And then this is our freshwater tank fill. So we'll bring our hose up here and fill in our fresh water right there. which I'll have some tutorials about how to do this stuff. You know, filling up gas, show you guys how to do that. Why not? And then here's our 30 amp electrical. So there's a thing in here that you probably won't be able to see that connects into the generator if we're ever out in the middle of a Walmart parking lot and we're needing electricity. That runs off the gasoline, it just sucks it out of there. Or right now, we are plugged into the metal shed back there. So that is our power supply. This one is locked. And this is just the generator, so we're not gonna be able to see much, but I can kind of show you what that looks like here. If I can get this key to work. I know it's this one. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. So that's the generator. It is an Onan Microlite 4000. Pretty good generator from what I've heard, and it's got less than 300 hours on it, which is really pretty good for an RV this old. This is a 1998 Winnebago Mini Winnie, and we're enjoying it. And here is your dirty water tanks. You have your gray water right here, which there's a hose, not a hose, there's a line that runs all the way over to the other side, and that's where the tank is. And then we have our black water tank right here, toilet's right above it and over to the left, so it's right there where there's no window. And so I did have to do some things so that our tanks don't freeze, because obviously they're not enclosed, and so if they froze then we have a poo slush. That's no fun. And so I got these pads underneath that kick on at like 45 degrees, and so that it won't freeze. So that's been very nice to get installed. Here is our city water, which basically you can plug that straight into the hose and it will feed you constant water in the RV and all the things, so you don't have to fill up every time you run out of water, have to refill. Moving on, we have some more RV things here. So we have just some blocks that we cut to throw under the tires if it's unlevel, which we actually have some under the tires now. I have a freshwater hose and a water pressure regulator. I have a couple other things in here. We have one of those hoses that grows. I got it in an abandoned house. Actually, a guy died and I got it there. We were cleaning it out. And I have a couple of these so we can see our poo, make sure it's coming out. And this, so that it'll fit into all the different sizes. Got it reused at Center for $2. Pretty neat. Got a small gas can and a big gas can. And then we have some tire covers so that the UV rays don't get to it. We'll probably put those on when we get up to Enumclaw. And the last compartment here, we have just a bunch of sports equipment and some camping equipment. A bike rack, bike pump, frisbee, tennis rackets, basketball, 2 soccer balls, a volleyball, and then camping equipment, a little stove, some chairs, that kind of stuff. So I hope that that's been of interest somewhat. I think I would if I was anywhere in this situation. This is our slide out right here. The one slide out, it's got a little level gauge on it. Sorry, I hope this is of interest. It would be of interest to me if I was not in a situation we're in now. Even then it might be of interest to me. So, hope that you found it interesting just to see more of our lives and see what kind of stuff we have underneath. I know it's a whole lot less than most of you probably have in your garages, but it's really, it seems like a lot. Like when you actually think about it, like there's a lot of stuff in this RV. And we'll give you a tour of the inside. We'll have Katie giving you a quick overview tour, which will have a link maybe in this hand, so that'd be kind of neat. And then we'll have another link in this hand on my tour of the inside, which is also going to be in depth if you're interested in the in-depth tours. Thanks a lot, guys.